Hey guys, Jeff Markles here. Is the 5th of July. We just had the holiday weekend, and I'm sort of back at it, sitting in my office here in beautiful North Beach in the city of San Francisco. So I wanted to show you a trend that I'm sort of seeing. Most real estate markets, a lot of people have the kids and they want to move during the summer, and it's a hot, hot, hot market. Typically I find that, a lot of people in the city, they don't have kids or whatnot, and they're out and about, and they leave the city. They leave the area entirely. So I wanted to show you a trend that I think would be interesting, and I'm just going to show you that the days on market right now are really pretty good for a buyer. When you come into a negotiation from a buyer's perspective, remember, you got to make your money when you buy the property, not necessarily when you sell it. So when you buy a property, you want to be able to have as much leverage as you can to negotiate down on price. Now, working with buyers and sellers, this is my spiel with buyers, let's try to see what we can do. We can only see what the seller's going to take. We could always have a good guess of where they're at from a liquidity point of view and what equity they have in the property and all of that. But I think it is really wise to look at days on market and when we're going into these things, because you can say realistically, well, it might be listed for X, but I'm gonna come in low and try to get some skin in the game right when I buy the property. So I wanted to show you a couple properties right at the top. This is more on the leading edge of San Francisco, all the way down from, Mission Bay, all the way around the waterfront, Pacific Heights, Nob Hill, Russian Hill. And just going to show you a little bit what's on the market and show you the trend on the days on market. Because if you're a buyer in the marketplace, these are the ones that you really want to sort of pay attention to, because A, you're not competing with anybody to buy the property. Two, the seller might be getting more and more motivated the longer the property is on the market. They're asking the agent, what's going on? Because realistically, when you list and sell a piece of property, it's really the first 2 weeks that are going to make the big difference. Those are the 2 weeks that everybody's getting into the property. After 2 weeks, it sort of goes dead a little bit, and that's really what we're looking at here. So I wanted to show you some of the trends here in the MLS, and I did a search for, this is just 2-bedroom, 2-bath from $1 million to $2 million in that waterfront edge, from Russian Hill, Pacific Heights, all the way down to Mission Bay. But look, when we have right underneath my face here, you got DOM. That stands for days on market, guys. And you also have the district. If you know the real estate, okay, where these properties are just by looking at the district. But when we're looking at it, and we're like 7A, that's over in Marina. It's a little bit higher price, 34 days on market. We also have a TIC. We have the TICs that come up. The one on Sacramento, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1 car. It's a little bit small, 42 days. Another TIC, 36 days. Another TIC for a little bit longer than that, 22. But look at the condos. So here's some condos. Pine Street, 59 days. Sutter Street, 37 days. Sansom, 73 days. Okay, we don't really care about the Ritz too much, 50 days or so. You get down to it. Look, this property over on Clay Street, I'll show you pictures I already have up. This property's been on the market forever, 203 days. It's tenant occupied, but you know what? It's not rent controlled. So if there's an opportunity there to really negotiate down on price on that. Another one just came up, and that's the Marlowe. It's a pretty good neighborhood too. It's, that Van Ness corridor has really been changing. But look, 76 days over here on Pacific. You've got Jackson Street TIC, 48 days. 1200 California. This is one of my favorite buildings. 1,850 square feet. Been on the market for 274 days, guys. So where are we on this trend? Clearly a lot of listings didn't come to market just this last weekend because of the holiday. People are bailing. So those very low numbers on the market, 7 days or less, I'm not seeing it just because of the holiday. But there's plenty of properties out here that are actually pretty decent places that might just be overlisted. 73 days, 43 days, and that's Arden. I love Arden. Arden's a great building. Here's a really nice unit, and I think I got it up here, and I'll show you pictures. Here's at 260 King. That's the beacon, you know, but you're on a higher floor. You know, you're looking at, you know, 1,488 square feet, and you've got great views. Been on the market for 69 days, guys. You know, and that's $1.5 million. So you know that there's flexibility in some of these. And what I would advise my buyers, you know, to really get off the sideline if you're thinking about it. You know, summertime is a great time to buy. And I think that because a lot of people are just out of town, sellers are going to get more motivated and more frustrated, and they want to get their things sold, right? So just take a look. I'm going to come up here. Look at this. Here's one of my favorite corners in One Rincon. This has been on the market for a while. It's an 06 unit on the 45th floor. Yes, it is listed at $1,925,000, but I can guarantee you can come down on that price. But this corner is one of my favorite because you get a lot of sun, but you also got a lot of distance. You got city views. At night when you come home, damn, that's like a Manhattan-style view. I mean, seriously, look at the view out of the kitchen. And you do get some water. You can see the Ferry Building right here. You know, it's just a really good building. And you're looking at it, it's been on the market for a while. Let's close out of that. Let's come over here. We've got the Lumina. So we got a unit at Lumina. Remember, there's some resale units starting to come around on Lumina. I think values are still pretty high. When you look at it, $1,495,000, but it's been on the market for a bit. And you have all the amenities. Let's go to 501 Beale. I like 501 Beale. It's the watermark. It's the tower that is south of the Bay Bridge. Some of the units have spectacular views. This one clearly does. It's the 8th floor. The thing about this unit, it gets a little loud, guys. You know, here's the Bay Bridge. So you close that door, you're pretty insulated. It's pretty good. But you open that door, you know, that's the worst thing about this unit. The other part is, you know, you have a lot around this building because the Warrior Stadium was going to go just adjacent on that pier. And so you have a height restriction on the 8th floor. It probably will affect this unit. That's what I'm thinking. Here's that King Street unit, guys. For the buck. It was $1.5 million. It's bigger than the normal buildings. You have a lot of growth potential down there, a lot of jobs, transportation, no rent control. Look at that nighttime view. Holy crap. Nobody's looking into your stuff. You've got dynamic views, a lot of sun. I've seen this unit. You have a little alcove here that could be set up as, you know, a really good office or a library or something. I think it's a great unit, and it's still on the market. It's been on the market for a while. Here's that Long Bridge. This is the Arden. Now, this is newer construction. You know, the biggest bane in this, though, look, you got to deal with that unit, that other building right here, and that's what's keeping this thing from selling. I guarantee you that. You know, something like that's going to be, you know, you're going to have to give it away a little bit for somebody to buy into it. And also, can I just say the pictures suck? Can I just say that? Look how dark that is. It's like somebody went in there with their camera phone and thought that that was good enough, you know, so come on. I actually have a buyer over there for Arden just sort of waiting. Crescent, you know, this is in Bernal. Busier street going up in Bernal, but awfully convenient. You got the bus on Bernal right there. But look at that. And Bernal is really popular. Look at that. Come on. Get that extra space up there. Couple more guys and I'll let you go. 101 Lombard. You know, this is an older building, not subject to rent control, eviction control. It's north of Broadway. It's right on Embarcadero. You're like a block and a half from the water, guys. You know, this property, 2-bedroom, $1,275,000. You know, and it's sitting in the marketplace. So look at that. Clearly, you're paying a lower premium because, look, this is that 80s style, right? You know, you've all seen that. You know, I could do a facelift on this kitchen, get new appliances, and it'll look great. Pretty darn inexpensively too. I love this little pocket of that because it's quiet over there. The people that are over there, You know, it's sort of separated, and you got jobs like right there. Anyway, let's go to the next one, and then I'll let you go. Here's that one on Marlowe. Look, this has been on the market for like 4 months. I saw this earlier. You know, the pictures are taken without the tenant. I believe there is a tenant in the unit. It's a really good building, you know, and clearly, you know, the carpet, you know, it'd be nice to have all wood floor there, but nice open kitchen right on Van Ness. So yeah, it's a little bit busy, but you do have a little bit of a corner view action. I believe the reason why it's not selling is because it was tenant occupied for a while. I don't know if it's still tenant occupied or it's not, but that's when I saw it. And look at this. This one's on Sutter. So it's a little bit, it's a different neighborhood. It's older neighborhood. Look at the interior of this space. $1,275,000. If you like that classic feel and don't mind being a little bit lower, you know, tree level, look at that. Look at that. That's killer. If you like that old classic San Francisco-y feel, you know, that's pretty awesome. You know, it's just, it's Sutter, so it's a little bit different of an animal on the location, but can't tell me that that's money. All of those properties, guys, have been on the market for a while. So if you're in the market, be aggressive in the market right now, really, because a lot of people are not looking. And I think it definitely do you justice, because I guarantee you after Labor Day, it's going to pick up again, and you're going to have to compete more and all of that. So if you're interested, if you want some help, you know where to find me. Thank you for watching. You take care, guys. Have a good summer. I'll be in touch with you from now on here and there, sort of getting back at it. So you take care. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it.